Ladies and gentlemen, greetings and hello. Today I'm just going to tell you about the day that I had yesterday. It was a good day, and we haven't had a video where I just talk about something normal for a while, so this is going to be a ordinary video. Return to form, ideally. I don't know, we used to have ordinary videos, and we haven't had an ordinary video for a while. And I don't even know if I'll try working in a marvelous concept, except for, spoiler alert, it might be something like uh, taking time to follow through on what feels good in the moment as just like activities wise. Because yesterday just turned out to be a really good day. I managed it really well. And I just want to talk about how that came about. So there we go. And I'm also pretty excited because, as it turns out, it's time for a pink hair and the collar, their pink collar and the white hair, which I haven't done for a really long time. So that's going to be fun, actually. But just for being a regular old, we're chatting, we're just having a chat. Today's a chat, and it's fun. I'm going to tell a fun story then, just about my day yesterday. I can't wait. Yesterday being a really good day was precipitated by the day previous being a really good day. Just because I hung out with some friends, and it was a very lovely day. I think that was the day I edited my video about being high also, because I had gotten high 2 days before, sat on it, edited that video, wasn't sure how I felt about it. I don't remember. Time has no meaning. But I was feeling restored, woke up on the correct side of the bed yesterday, which was marvelous. And yesterday just kind of went seamlessly. Yesterday was when I did the high video, because shoot, okay, sorry, just a timeline of events. It's just the kind of video that we're having, so let me sort out what the timeline is. This kind of stuff just matters to me. I don't know why. Because I went out with buddies on Sunday. I didn't go out, like I went to a buddy's house on Sunday, but then everyone, this is an early bedtime, my friends are all grown adults, and I was like, oh wait, what, are we grown adults right now? Like, that's fine, but also I had a lot of pent up kinetic, potential energy inside, and the dam that filters back how I spend my potential energy. I'm just not able to handle all of the potential energy that I had. There was just like too much for me to be able to handle, so I had to like let some of that out. And then going out and spending time with my friends didn't work on that day, and so I still had all of this potential energy. I was like, well, shoot, I got to get rid of some of this. And that's when I came home, took two edibles, made that video yesterday, which I also have a few conflicting feelings about, but that is probably for another time. Kind of like an experiment was being run with the previous video, and then the one previous to that one, and then this video also, and then the one that comes after, which I will tell you all about more in the coming times. But anyway, let's stay on task for this video. So Saturday at stupid o'clock, I filmed that thing and thoroughly enjoyed it. And then Monday, I think I sat on it. I didn't do anything on Monday. Monday was just like a day off because I knew that Sunday was kind of a lot, if I recall correctly. And part of the other thing is Resonite's been really hard for me, and I always go to karaoke on Mondays in Resonite. And I kind of just cast that out of my mind because I was watching a video recently, an old one, the first one that got 200 views, babies. Oh, how lovely it was. And just little buddy doing his best, which is all that I do. But then 2 years ago, I was trying my best also, and I made that little video, and it was just such a little gem. It was, Furry drops it like it's hot, I think. If you squint your eyes and don't look at it too hard, something like that, one of my earlier videos. But I talk about dropping it like it's hot. When something's causing you pain, why are you holding on to the thing that hurts? That's kind of dumb. It's easy to figure out physically if you're touching a stove and it hurts your hand, you move your hand. But if you're touching something emotional and it hurts, why are you holding on to it? And someday I'd love to be able to go back to spending time casually in Resonite, going to karaoke on Monday nights like I always used to. And right now it just hurts. It spiritually, emotionally hurts. And I don't want to rush that process, or like what, exposure therapy to your hand on the spiritual burner, right? Like, what are you doing there? So I cast out of my mind, like, oh man, either karaoke, I should go. I wish I could go. I'm going to try. And then I always feel really bad after because it just hurts right now. Like, you got to be careful with those things. And then I hung out with a buddy instead, And that just turned out to be the right move, and had a really lovely time. And it wasn't until I was going to bed that I realized, like, oh wow, and it was karaoke and Resonite, and it was the first good Monday night I've had since the breakup, basically. Like, it was just a really, really successful day. So then on Tuesday, I wake up in good spirits. I have a nice little morning routine that I enjoy. Hanging out with some friends. Been playing No Man's Sky a lot lately, which is a lot of fun. So I played a little bit of No Man's Sky yesterday, but then I left in good time because I knew I had to edit the video. I was really curious how all of that was going to go. Part of that also was the experiment of making the video in the first place, which again I will tell you about another time. But it was really excellent to see that experiment come to a conclusion, that I edited the video, I ratified it. Sometimes I like to skip the editing process because I film in, like, I take a lot of pauses so I can just see in the waveform, oh, there's this minute pause while I'm loading the next thoughts. So I just chop that out and I can edit things together with haste. But lately I've been actually watching the entire thing just to make sure I'm still on board with my messages, as I've been kind of changing up my style, which again, later on, other videos, I will tell you all about what's been going on. Point being is yesterday, I woke up with my standard routine and played a game that I like, stopped in good time to be able to edit a video, which I like, and ratified another piece of the new direction because I can kind of see what I'm working on, and you guys get to know more about that later. But then I was able to finish that, upload it, and then that felt really great, having another piece of just the puzzle, like the future, just what I'm working on. I accomplished a piece of it, and that felt really good. That was an awesome way to spend some of time yesterday. Then I'm almost certain there was several episodes of Blacklist. Mom and I finished watching Dispatches from Elsewhere, which was lovely. That's the kind of show you can have conversations about every 2 episodes, and you're like, wow, I can't, what about that? And then you're trying to relate it to your own life, and it's just really good stuff. But now we're watching Blacklist, which is just much more of a fun, Blacklist is a party. And so we watched some TV with Mom yesterday, and that was really good. Then I went to the store, even though I didn't want to, but I drove an hour south into a bigger city where they had bigger stores, and I don't even know why. That just sounded fun. And I think it's because I needed the background time of just processing. I didn't even have music on. It was like a 50-hour drive, or 50-minute, goodness. It was like a 50-minute drive. And I had my music on volume setting 3. It wasn't even Bluetooth connected. It was just FM radio 100.3, because that's what my dad had the station tuned to. And it was just me and my thoughts pretty much, but not even thinking anything in particular. It was all background stuff going on. So just the drive itself was, for some reason, very helpful to me, I guess. And then it so happened that the store had the exact headphones I was going to buy online, and they price matched the online price. So for the same price, I got headphones, but without any shipping, and I didn't have to wait for shipping, and I needed those to be able to play games online more seamlessly, and in particular try doing live streams again in just flat screen, because I'm amping into getting to live streams again, and I think the practice of just remembering how it goes in a lower stakes environment than VR, which is just adds layers of complexity, but also as I try to introduce the future elements, which I know I'm going to want and need, and just finally buying into my vision, etc. You guys will know more as it comes. But I'm very excited after I film this to go get into do a live stream. I'm going to play Vampire Therapist finally for a little bit. That sounds like it's going to be so much fun. And part of going out yesterday was like, oh, aha, I found the exact headset I've been wanting for exactly the same price that I've been prepared for. And so here we go. We'd better play a game on stream for the first time in super duper long, because I haven't done a live stream in forever. So a part of yesterday was also getting myself something to look forward to today, which was really cool. And then I went out to a bar for just a little bit, and that was tons of fun too. I got no hits on the dating apps, but that's very much fine because I got a draft of one of my local beers that I always used to love. It's called Wasatch Amber Evolution Pale Ale, I think. Super tasty. It was always one of my favorites. And so long as I'm back in the place where that is, then it's like, well, I'm going to have one because I live here now. And going to that particular bar, it just felt so at peace, at home. I was so comfortable, and it's like I live nearby not just one of these, but so many of these. I went, out of my way to go to a different one, but it just felt lovely sitting in the atmosphere and just being on my phone, looking up different things and chatting a whole bunch. I was in a good mood and I called my sister and just said, hey, by the way, I'm at this bar. And she's like, oh, wow, you're at that bar? And it was just such a lovely little time. And I accomplished nothing that I know of except for having this exact story through all of yesterday. But then by going to that bar, it was nice. I don't know what more to tell you. It was nice. And then because I am indefatigable, I still did my grocery shopping. It was just very late by the time I did that, so I didn't even get home until 11:30 or something like that, because or close to midnight. It was close to midnight. But whatever. It was just a very fulfilling day. And if that's when you have to go grocery shopping, so be it. But because I have the tendencies of a champion, it seems, I'm happy with this video. I'm very pleased with this video for so many reasons. I had to stop everything and say that. But anyway, I was playing games with my brother too last night. It's just one of the opportunities that I have, and I said that I was going to, and he's the night owlest of any of us among these people. Like midnight's no big deal for that little rascal. And so I was like, well, sure, you know what, it's really late, but I said we would, so we're going to. And I got a couple of jiggies and Banjo-Tooie, and that was how I ended off the wildly successful night that I had yesterday. Like all of yesterday was just a really good day. I felt like telling you guys the story, and so I did. But at this point, it's time to be honest with you, because I had tried filming a video before. Like, I started this film session, and I got, like, maybe 5 sentences in, and I was like, this doesn't feel good. And then talking about this instead felt really good, and I don't even know why. And so now I think the video still has some juice left. I have nothing wrong with a short video, but I think that this video, you know, there's time for, like, more at the end of this video. And I don't know what that is, so I'm going to listen, because I'm not anxious anymore, or I think maybe I might have been anxious in a good way, which I think is just excitement, but sometimes those get confused, I think. So I'm going to think for a second, because I think I might be excited again. I don't know if this video needs anything else, so give me a second. I guess actually what I might do is tell you a little more about what it is that I've been up to, which is the video I was about to make, and it didn't feel right, so then I just talked about my day yesterday instead. And now I think after I've got myself a little bit more, you know, in the zone, I might as well tell you a little bit, just because the videos are odd. They're all over the place. They always were. I get whiplash on my channel all the time. And that's, you know, I'm happy to say the whiplash, the whiplash is back. May not be a good thing, but it's back. And I am not able to explain all of it right now, in particular because I don't even understand what most of it is. Safe to say that lately I'm working more on operating in the realms of unknown, which is fine, and I think that's a good thing. But I panic about it because I usually only operate in the realm of the known, or I approach the unknown in a very, like, trepidatious way. I don't stray too far from my comfort zones, so then I can just retreat back if it's scary. But a lot of it is so that when I do push out further, then I'm not too far from the bounds of safety, so I can come back, recover, examine the information that I learned after I pushed myself and branched into doing something new, and then I can just keep doing that and keep expanding myself outwards. But I'm being a little bit more bold this time because I just feel like I've been operating well within parameters, but like so well within parameters. And it's time to like take this baby out for a spin, but I'm the baby. I'm a super precious little baby boy. I don't know why I say things like that, but it's time to really like, all right, let's take Phineas. Like, we're comfortable with what we do. We're comfortable with our skill sets. You know, like let's take it out for a spin, baby. Let's really put on the engines and see what I'm capable of doing now that I've been trying to grow pretty steadily for the past 2 years. I just want to see what happens. I feel like that's all that I can say right now in the realms of the unknown. However, I'd like to be able to talk more about it, but it's so unknown that I can't really talk about it. But part of that unknown looks like making not just one video where I'm talking about some of the things that are hard for me to bring up or that I'm nervous about, but one video where I do it 5 freaking times in a row. And it's got problems and logical gaps and all sorts of things, right? My logic is flawed often, but that's fine because whether I state it or not, the logic would be flawed. And also, I just wanted to show to myself and basically everyone's like, hey, this is now a video. By making that video, this is now a boundary of what we can expect from Phineas Former, and I can expect that from myself also. It doesn't mean that every video needs to be something quite so outlandish or bold, but just to recognize that that is now well within parameters. Like, I can do that, it feels all right, I learned more from it. That was something that was important to do. In yesterday's video, because I made a drunk video, and I've made videos where I've been drunk a few times, and I've never made a video where I was toasted. And I wanted the experience of that, and I wasn't even convinced it would feel very good, because, like, another way to describe it, like, calling it like, oh, hey, yeah, I took catnip and made a video, that's fine. But also, it's like, hey, guys, I was on drugs, and I made this. Like, that's a loaded thing. That doesn't feel very good to me. I don't know. But I wanted the experience of doing the thing that I thought would feel not amazing, so I could figure out, is it true that it felt not amazing, or is it kind of the thing where you think it'll feel not amazing, but only because you're building up a fright in your head? Let me explain a little bit more. When I began VTubing, you would have thought that it was like an anaconda in the bushes. I don't know where anacondas live. I don't know if anacondas hurt you, but something that would hurt you, like a snake or something, and it's like, oh god, do not go into VTubing, do not do it, the headset is trying to eat you. And it's like, well, no, I just put it on, and it's a TV screen, and we like TV screens, we live in the modern age. But you would have thought for sure that the TV screens had personal grudges, like I had offended them, and they were unhinged, and they were going to hurt me. Because it was the scariest thing to do in the world, man. And it's just a VR headset. It's just a kitty cat. Like, why is that so scary? But it was, hoo boy, it felt like a bad idea. I persevered, though, because, first of all, I'm a strong and also, maybe I shouldn't say stupid potato, but I certainly don't have the good sense to stop when I'm doing something that I know is a little bit like, why am I doing this? Everyone else is like, why are you doing this? And it's like, well, actually, no one's like that. I'm like that. So why do I judge myself in the first place? I don't even know, man. But I had a theory based on how intellectually I could understand that the virtual reality headset's probably not trying to murder me, and that there's a lot of opportunity to express myself. I don't know. But I pursued that even though it felt on the inside like something that was really dangerous to do, or just a territory I should not get into. And as it turns out, I'm extremely happy. Like, right now, I'm just in a very good life position. It's marvelous. I try not to ask too many questions about it, otherwise I might, like, freak out, and I freak out anyway. But things are going, pretty good. And that, again, is through the lens of, at least right now it is, virtual reality and pursuing it even though it felt bad. It was, like, anxiety-inducing to a maximal degree. And the video I made yesterday, or recently, the last video I uploaded, it felt kind of similar-ish, where it was kind of an anxious thing to do, just because, like, I got that feeling about, like, hey, I don't know if I should do that or not. I don't know if it feels great. Broadly speaking, in the same manner that doing VTubing at first didn't feel great. The energy signatures were wildly different, but that language does apply to both elements. I did VTubing, persevered through it, and it felt lovely by the end of it. And I had never had the experience of actually making a video when I was stoned. And I wanted that experience to see what it was actually like. The video itself was fine, a little bit just, all over the place. You lose your mind, you do whatever, and then you just talk about whatever. And it was interesting to see. And the video itself had several experiments that I am seeking to learn from. The title of the video, first of all, I don't know how to title any of these. I've never learned that. I have ideas for something standardized, so I don't have to think about it. Like, if there's a formula for what a video's called, that might help it feel a little bit nicer for me. But I realized the title didn't express what the video was about, just the state from which the video arose. And I want to try titling things a little bit more aptly, so that's one thing that I isolated. And something else is, I just don't love, because like not too long ago, I've been harping about caffeine. And caffeine is a mind-altering substance to some extent, and I want these videos to be just kind of like more of a raw expression of me. And I don't know that filming any video while in an altered state feels dynamite, because it's fun to film something, But I think also that's I don't know, man. Like you're presenting something, you're promoting a behaviors or something like that, and I just think leisure's one thing, but if I'm filming a record, I don't know. It didn't feel good, which also was something that I confirmed. It might be treating myself a little bit harshly. I don't really think so. It was more just I wanted to make a video, I wanted to sway, and I wanted the experience also of just making a video which was very chill because I was obviously very chill. And then how did a video where I was chill come about? Also, like that was something I wanted to learn. And from that, I learned that I loved it. It was a lot of fun. And that's the sort of thing that I absolutely can do while stone cold sober. I've done it plenty in the past. I just forgot that it feels good. And I think I don't know. I don't know. But part of that experiment of making a video I wasn't sure if I would love or not, I did get a lot out of it. In this video too, there's other little micro experiments going on. For instance, I've had 2 videos where I take myself so well, one video, like, I don't know, I take myself so seriously all the time, but I haven't had a moment where I just wanted to talk about my day I had yesterday. And I remember that talking about something absolutely ordinary also feels really good. It's just a fun thing for me to be able to do, and I had forgotten that until I started filming exactly this. And then we're also learning a little bit more about I can say something that's just like talk about my day, and then we're using that to help illustrate a point that can inform how a life is handled. That's great. That's great. That's great. I was able to talk about my day yesterday, and we were able to break it down a little bit and talk about some of what goes into thinking critically about the things you make. And that runs into all sorts of other future trains of thought, threads you can pick up on. Exploring myself through my artistic hobby gave me answers about not only myself, but also my hobby. It was a very safe ground to be able to test these things. There's also the point, and I just want to bring up about the whole being a VTuber thing. So I guess I'm going to talk about the channel for just like 1 minute or something like that, which I don't normally love even doing. But I like confronting things that I don't even love doing, which is one of the things that I'm trying to learn as I advance through in other parts of this channel, my other channels, the enterprise, whatever you have it, as I move forward with me, right? So another point that I want to bring up. On this channel, at least, I tend to lose subscribers every time I make a video. It's only like 1 or 2 per video, so it's not a big deal. But it makes sense because I got a wave of subscribers during one popular video quite some time ago. And then ever since then, the channel's been a little odd. The content's inconsistent. My upload schedule's just all over the place. I'm all over the place. And it's not an issue. But the part of my human mind that just pays so much attention to numbers or just wants to do a good job, it seems like, oh, well, if a video is doing negative subscriber numbers, then what are you doing? I should not be making that video, is what part of my brain says. And so what the other part of my brain is that's commandeering and like righting the ship, because I'm tired of just being a really scared kitty cat all the time. I want to be bold. I want to be a bold kitty cat. And some of that is, no, that doesn't matter. Just make a video that excites you. Just do whatever you're doing. And the video that excites me, by the way, is all things that stack forward into something I'm thoroughly excited about, which is just my plans, my ideas, which again, you'll find out a lot more about in the coming times. So it's all very exciting for all of us. And that's just another way that I'm confronting a lot of my fears and the things that have been holding me back from just being myself. When being myself includes things like even just this video. I want to start the video and talk for like 10 minutes or something about my day yesterday. And that could lead to inform other ways that I handle other parts of my project, other things. Just there's so much you can learn from all of the things that you do if you break down all of the elements that go into the things that you do and how those elements interact with other elements and other things that you do. And I feel like now this video's at the point where it's good enough. It's at the appropriate length. We had some fun, and then we talked about other things that are going on. I was able to have my white hair today, which is just more of a casual time. I don't know. I'm still learning what that difference is, and I think the only difference really is whether I feel like having black hair or white hair. Don't read too much into it. I have ideas, but this is just what I felt like doing, and it felt good to do what I felt like doing, which is all I've been doing. But what I feel like doing usually is push myself. I'm uncomfortable, so let's figure out what that's about. So let's just go ahead and be uncomfortable, but then let's do that for one video, another video, in the middle of a video, 5 times in a video, and then for all the other times, and then I'm in the Discord server and I'm just talking more. It's like, am I talking too much? It's like, it's my own Discord server, for crying out loud. Talk as much as you want. And because I'm trying to do so many things that push me out of my comfort zone, because I'm convinced I'm so much stronger than I make myself out to be. I mean, I've been gathering strength for 2 years in various ways, learning more about how I like to operate, what's important to me. Oh, I have one more thought I guess I'll drop off real quickly, which is how I've been managing my time. I like to think I've been doing exceptionally good at spending time with my family, different members of my family, and then with friends, and then with myself, and then with my hobbies. It's been great. It's been hard, though, because today I, again, kept, up with my playing the game. Has been fun lately. It's been a great part of the routine. And then I had lunch and spent some time with the family, even though it's like, I gotta make a video. And then I have a live stream I'm doing later. I gotta get ready. I have things to do. I gotta go. And then the part of me that's in override mode is just, no, that can wait, because these things are important to be a happy human. And I have it on fair authority that being a happy human is maybe not even okay, but preferable. I've heard that it could be a desirable thing and a positive quality. So I'm overriding the parts of myself that say, video, stream, gotta get working on the things here, gotta pursue the future, because what was once the future is now today. And I'm missing my own future if I don't act on today, which that's a whole principle too. If you operate today with a present-minded integrity, holding in mind the energy signature of what it is that you would like to do in the future, your present actions will be informed by the spirit of where it is you want to be. You don't have to map out today's actions compared to what it is that you seek to do. You're not that smart. I'm not that smart. I come up with dumb choices all the time. So honestly, for a while, I just practiced only doing things that I initially told myself I wouldn't do, because if I think about something that I would do, it's probably not going to go very good, because I'm really dumb a lot of the time. So if I do things that I didn't come up with or that I don't want to do, that is like, well, if that's not a decision I would make, I'm making the decision. And that turned me into a VTuber. Yeah, so, oops. 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 And an ultimate experiment I suppose I'm going to run here at the very end of the video is that it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Make a video. You don't know what it's about? That's okay. Because I was able to talk and have a good time, and people consume my videos and sometimes have a good time. And it's like, what? Let's all just have a good time. That's groovy. That's so good. And I always have an objective. I'm pushing myself. And the video today just felt like get in the camera and talk, which we always used to have. We had another one today. And now I'm going to be measuring up how this video felt, how the last video felt, how the one before that felt, how all of the other videos have felt. Because I'm trying to approach what I do with a more critical eye. And I'm always focused on the future. But right now, my critical eye is tuned to the present moments. And in particular, the microcosm of my art, which I'll tell you guys all more about as I have more data to share, I guess. But that's stuff I'm all working on. And the reason I brought up the whole schedule thing is because I hold myself away from my art because I have happiness to experience. That pents up the part of me that must create art, because I just have this mad drive inside of me to make things or I will go further insane. But what that looks like while I'm still learning the new me, I guess, and incorporating all of me as I build back together, it looks like when I do finally make art, I'm shades of exasperated because I haven't been able to make art because I've been focusing on being happy instead of slave driving myself towards a future which I selected, and I don't make very good selections. All I can do is follow in line with what feels right, and that's it. And just trust in what feels right. That's what I've been doing. But while I get better at doing it, it's going to look like I'm frazzled. I don't know what I'm doing. What's going, like, I don't know. I don't know. And that's even things that I bring up. I say that. Nobody is really saying, no one. Like, everyone is so dumb supportive, which I love. I expressed a doubt recently in the server, in the community, and people were like, what? Phineas, you're crazy. And I was like, what? Thank you for everyone was backing me up, man. And I had such a minor little concern. It was a disclaimer. I want to start adding disclaimers, I think. Nothing I say is meant to be posited as knowledge. It's all just a theory. So who knows? Maybe listening to the guiding principle of the future, like the emotion, like the energy signature of what it is you think about when you think about the future and the things you would like to do. There's an energy signature. You feel a certain way when you imagine that grand future. For some of us, that grand future is so all-encompassing, it will not leave us alone. The good things that we see haunt us. Ignore the details of what it is that vision brings to you because you are a human with limited understanding. Try and break down what the future looks like in your mind to what the emotional signature of that moment is. For instance, I love cities. For a time, Seattle was like where I wanted my sights set. But I think that's just the best that my mind had words for the energy impulse of loving cities. I love people. It doesn't have to be Seattle. It could be Chicago, or it could be VR because there's tons of people on the internet. And I think that's what my mind was angling towards. It just didn't have the words for it at the time. So don't focus on the words of the grand future which encompasses you. Instead, focus on how it feels when you imagine or receive visions of that future. Then, in your daily life, when you're doing anything, before you start making a video, for crying out loud, take a moment, breathe, and recall on the emotional energy signature of the dream which inspires your daily actions and your every thought, depending on how encompassing it is. If any one of your daily actions are inspired by the energy signature of the grand future which drives you, you are operating on the grand future, more or less, by attempting to incorporate more of that energy signature into the day, into your life. You're doing it. And that's what I did. That was this video. That was this whole entire video. That's what I did. I don't know what more to tell you. That's what I did. And yeah, while I'm doing that, it's going to take a while to figure it out because I'm doing it. And I don't think that's like an egotistical thing to say. That's just what it is. The theory I just posited is being enacted. I am operating on that principle right now. And I've never actually really operated on it. I've only ever had the theory of it. So it looks weird. It feels weird to me, at least. And I wanted to tell you guys what was going on. And I had to start by telling you about the good day that I had yesterday. I don't know why, but that's what felt correct. And I'd never remember these days. What side of the frame do I walk out of? I don't remember. And the video was going so well up until this point. Is it this one? Which one feels better? I'm going to try them both. Oh, this one's wrong. I don't leave this one. I don't leave from that side. I leave from this side. At least this side feels better to me now. So if I got it wrong, someone let me know if I got it wrong. But this one feels a little more correct. So I'm going to walk out of frame, and I have so much more fantastic things on the way. There will be whiplash. There's going to be whiplash for a while on this channel, but there always was. And so I think even to operate with the appropriate levels of integrity would be more whiplash more of the time, which I disagree with. I don't love that. But anyway, point being is this video has to be done. I have so much I want to do, including a live stream, which I haven't done in forever. And I've got 20 minutes to finish setting up. But I'm having fun right now being a kitty cat. So I don't want to leave the video. What? Dang it. Everything has to come to an end at some point, and this is one of those things. So, goodbye, everyone. Hope you have a good day. My tracker didn't want to leave the frame either. That was funny. Okay, bye.